In this Google slideshow, I will be talking about what the TPACK framework is. So what exactly is TPACK? TPACK stands for Technological, Pedagogical, and Content Knowledge. When these three things are overlapped and combined, they create what is known as the sweet spot, and that is TPACK. You can see this spot in the graphic I included on this slide. Our goal as teachers is to use each of these knowledges in our classrooms every day to give our students the best learning experiences. Now let's break down each section of TPACK. First, we are going to start with the C, content knowledge. This is known as the what. As stated in the article written by Harris, Mishra, and Kohler, content includes knowledge of concepts, theories, ideas, organizational frameworks, methods of evidence and proof, as well as established practices and approaches toward developing such knowledge in a particular discipline. Teachers must be familiar with the content in which they are teaching. Next, I will explain the P, pedagogical knowledge. This is known as the how. This section of TPACK is all about how teachers teach and what tools they use day to day. Knowing your students personally is crucial for teachers to develop this part of the TPACK framework. As Harris, Mishra, and Kohler wrote, pedagogical knowledge requires an understanding of cognitive, social, and developmental theories of learning and how they apply to students in the classroom. And finally, the T is for technological knowledge. This is known as the partner. Selecting the appropriate technology to integrate into your lessons is very important. It can enhance your students' learning greatly when choosing the correct tools. It can also make the content you are teaching more accessible to the students while supporting the pedagogical strategy. Now that we know what TPACK is and what it stands for, I also want to discuss something that is very important to this framework. That is, learning activity types, abbreviated as LATs. Hofer and Harris explain LATs in the article very well. They wrote, learning activity types can help you design curriculum-based and student-centered lessons that integrate technology, effectively building your TPACK while doing so. As teachers gain experience, they tend to have their go-to learning activities that seem to work well for them and their students within certain subjects. Even though this can be very beneficial, sometimes teachers get too much into a routine and miss instructional opportunities. It is important to remember which learning activities work best, but it's equally important to be open to new learning activities as well. The first curriculum area is literacy and English language arts. These two main categories are reading and writing. However, some accommodations were made depending on grade level. The next curriculum area is science and social studies. The main categories in this area include knowledge building and knowledge expression. These are not subdivided by grade level, but subdivided between science and social studies. The last curriculum area for LATs is mathematics and world languages. These areas focus on process-oriented learning. Even though these seem very different, Hofer and Harris explain why they are grouped together. They wrote, these comparisons of LAT taxonomy structures reflect the realities of teaching and learning within and across different curriculum areas as they are practiced in most districts, schools, and classrooms. Overall, we learned about TPACK and LATs. Remember, TPACK stands for Technological, Pedagogical, and Content Knowledge, and LATs refer to learning activity types. These two work together to help us teach certain content areas so students can understand them to the furthest extent.